Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D all over. We're just heading to Barbara, catch the bus down to Heredia, and then I don't know where we're gonna be going because today's my day off. I have been working now for the last couple of days, and if you know anything about working out or exercising, it's about consistency, meaning that 4 or 5 days out of the week, let your body rest and then go back. It's about it's about I know I said consistency, but there's a word. It's darn it. But working out it's like a lifetime commitment. So my friend, welcome to the Gazillionaires Club, and it feels like we are on a brink of the apocalypse. Now, stand by. Some of you might think, not some of you, including myself. Okay, so we're like right now, Bitcoin is about at 19,000, hovering around 19,000, and then it seems like the bond market is having a little bit of a trouble, even though it's supposed to be a lot of trouble. I mean, when this debt bubble implode, it's gonna be one heck of a firework. And where we are at right now with the dollar, I mean, you can only print so much money, devalue the purchasing power of the dollar, also depurchasing the value of the dollar. Not just the dollar, but every country, almost every country, because of the petrodollar. And we're at a point where, like, the Chinese yuan, it's backed by gold. Russia is selling their energy in ruble. Countries like Venezuela, Zimbabwe, and a lot of like the South American countries or South America. Every time when the U.S. print money, we are also devaluing their purchasing power. However, they also have the power to print money just like us, but we just happen to be the top dog. We're like, America is kind of like Bitcoin. When the whole like crypto market goes down, or at least when Bitcoin goes down, it's gonna take the whole market with it. Apocalypse 5,467.13456789110109876543221 check. And that is what the US dollar is, if you look at it in a crypto sense, right? By the way, there's Bitcoin and there's crypto with a K, not crypto with a C. I don't know if all of these crypto projects are on a suicidal mission. But it seems like, to me, okay, it seems like a lot of institutions are going to be grabbed by the pussy with a lot of these altcoins, and even countries. And we can definitely see that countries are shifting away from the dollar. And it seems to me, with all of the information I'm gathering, my friend, China, Russia, central banks, and a few other countries where they're still holding on to gold, and it makes sense, right? So it's gonna be a little bit of it's going to take some time. I would say probably within 5 or 10 years. But right now, I mean, country like El Salvador is adopting Bitcoin. Countries that are adopting, altcoins, they are opting out of the fiat system and they're entering into a new fiat system, right? So it's just new master. That's all it is. If we understand the white paper of Bitcoin and why it was created, then altcoins with a founder, altcoins that are pre-mined, and altcoins that are by institutions. There is a percentage, when they start their coins, and how many, the percentage of institutions that are or venture capitalists, and then the retailer for like regular people like you and I. So as of this point, my friend, it seems like when the moment they ditch the dollar, we're gonna go back to the gold standard. However, I think this is where the digital yuan is gonna come into the picture, and the social credit and the CBDC, the beauty utopian that we all been waiting for. Are you ready? And where we are right now, my friend, oh my God. Where we are right now, for the longest time, right? Robert Kiyosaki was like, buy gold, buy silver, buy gold, buy silver. And he's right. But then at the same time, Patrick, right? Patrick Bet David, because these are some of the people that I watch, and I listen to. And, Patrick said that valuetainment, the market is gonna tank, and we need cash on hand. I know I talked about this before, but I wanna, I haven't been making video in a while. And if you see this video, the previous video that I talked about Bitcoin and all that stuff, it's probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But since I post on a daily basis, you probably be like, oh, you just talked about this 2 days ago. My friend, it's the context, okay? So Patrick is like cash on hand, and then Robert Kiyosaki been saying for the longest time, y'all should buy gold, y'all should buy silver. And even with the Bitcoin people, right? Like, I love Bitcoin. I'm not a maximalist, but I'm 100% in Bitcoin, simply because there's a lot of potential. And I really think that, corporation, institution, even banking, right? They should shift into Bitcoin. But of course they don't want to do that, simply because everything is public. And, so it's going to be a major, the adoption is coming. Trust me on that one. Adoption is coming. It's just going to take some time. And I think El Salvador is leading. All coins that are, like I said earlier, all coins that are being adopted by countries, eventually they'll find out it's not a good thing. And by the way, the reason why I'm not, Bitcoin maximalist is just a crazy term, right? And I heard that it was, it was coined by the founder of Ethereum. Anyway, but I believe in, project like Monero. I believe in Pirate Chain. I believe in, project like Library, because I have Library. So, there are good projects out there, but the thing is, they are for another topic. We're talking about the money we're talking about the issue of money right now, and it's gonna take some time for people to adopt Bitcoin. But all of the early adopters are going to see the benefit. And as of right now, like I said, Bitcoin is hovering around 19,000. A lot of people are expecting, Bitcoin to go down around the 10 to 13K. Um, and the crazy part is, my friend, countries are dipping the dollar. The reason why the market is tanking, simply people with cash, are going to buy up all of these assets, which are like, banks and central banks and smart investors. But then at the same time, there's a reason why the market is tanking. Simply because they want people to hold on to the dollar. Why would you want to hold on to the dollar when it loses its purchasing power?
Don't smoke crack every day.
You want to hold on to hard commodities, So it's like, when Patrick said, like, cash in hand, I get it. Like, everyone is waiting for that end of time apocalypse where everything is gonna crash, and then if they have the dollar, then they can buy it. But that is assuming that the dollar is gonna hold its value, and countries are not shifting away from the dollar. But what we have right now is that government, well, actually it's not government, it's tyranny. And then we have the Fed that are kind of pretty much like lying to us, because the Fed is saying that we have to reduce inflation, and then government spending is increasing inflation. So that makes no sense, Ola. So that makes no sense, right? And they want people to hold, like, because they want people to feel safe with the dollar. So by crashing the market, they want people to hold on to the dollar, assuming that they can purchase the assets or commodities. So, my friend, wherever you stand, I'm not a gambling kind of guy. I mean, they're like, by watching people, even though Bitcoin is at 19, and like Jay Bravo and Rich Dad, they said that Bitcoin could hit, like at 1100, 800. We don't know where the bottom is, right? But the thing is, my friend, as much as I want to hold on to the dollar, I don't trust the bank. Because when your money is in there, when we look at everything that's happening around the world, banks are being frozen, people's accounts are being frozen. We look with the Canada situation, and then as of this point, I love gold, but there's a lot of blood with gold. We can look at it throughout human history, and the only reason why I don't have gold is because I don't have anywhere to put it. If I want to buy gold, like, I love gold just for wearing it. I like when the war is going back to the gold standard. It's so bizarre to me, because we're gonna be dealing with the same bullshit. I mean, there's a lot of, we look at history, we know what's up with gold, but I just store Bitcoin on a hardware wallet and just let it sit. I mean, it's not much, but what else can I do? Like, hold on to the dollar where it loses its purchasing power, trust the bank that is gonna, it's gonna let me withdraw my money. If you understand Bitcoin, it's like you have to hold on to Bitcoin. Hold on to it. Don't give anyone the right to hold on to your money.
老粉友谊，神话神杀 Bitcoin，我爱你。
So my friend, I know. So the bus is here. Well, I'm getting to the bus stop. Damn, that was like 13 minutes. It's been a while since I talked for this long, but my friend, this is it for this video, and I will see you in the next video. Let's do a 360. I can't do it without me in the picture because I have this little like, not tripod, but the walking stick. Yeah, the walking stick. And I have my phone on there, so it's hard for me to rotate. But my friend, Much love. I will see you in the next video. Let me know, are you holding onto the dollar, waiting for it to crash? Basically, you're gambling. Second of all, are you holding onto gold? Third of all, are you holding onto Bitcoin or crypto? There's a difference, okay? Bitcoin and crypto. And a lot of these projects, you know, including Binance, Ethereum, Cardano, it's like the opposite of what Bitcoin is. However, you know, exchanges like FTX and all that stuff, they're creating liquidity, but then at the same time, a lot of people are losing their money as well, and a lot of scams are being promoted. And the idea with me right now, at least, you know, Web3, NFTs, and all these, like, you know, tokenomics, it makes no sense, because first of all, you know, they are not working projects, they are in the making, and it changes all the time. And, you know, with the Ethereum merge, and, you know, a lot of, you know, Coinbase and Lido, they are probably, they own, like, you know, close to 50% of all the validators. So when you look, you know, and you know, Cardano, right? Cardano, there was you know, there was an interview probably 2 years ago that I saw that Charles was, you know, had a chat with Bank of America. Eventually, all of these coins, what they're trying to do is they're gonna perfect it, and then they're gonna sell it to the highest bidder. So it's pretty much new master, basically. You know, you're getting rid of the old master, and you know, if you're not careful where you put your money, it's gonna be, you are creating a new master. You are creating new prison. You know, if you're not aware of where you put that money. So my friend, let me know, you know, what altcoins you are holding. I will see you in the next video, and make sure you use the hashtag Gazillionaires Club, and we will get this conversation going. Much love. Tada.